From Hollywood, a memorial tribute to the world's greatest entertainer, Al Jolson, on the one-year anniversary of his death. Your narrator, Eddie Ryan.
A funny song with crazy words that roll along. And if my song can start you laughing, I'm happy, oh, happy. I want to sing a sad refrain of broken hearts who loved in vain. And if my song can stop you crying, I'm happy. Oh, let me croon a low-down blues that lifts you out of your seat. If my blues can reach your shoes and start you tapping your feet, I'm happy. I want to sing a Dixie charm, of cottontails and a mammy's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, I'm happy.
I can remember the first job I ever got singing.
You're doing it, that's all. Oh, listen to it, listen, that's all. Listen to singing. A loving feeling comes up feeling with that melody. My lovely jolly honey, I could love you till I die. Oh, when you're playing me that loving right.
Then, in 1910, came the turning point in Jolson's career. He was booked into Hammerstein's Victoria Theater in New York, notorious in its reputation for having the deadliest assortment of critics. But that night, Al gave it all he had, and by his second number, the skeptics were cheering him wildly. As Al ripped off his starched collar, snapped his fingers in tempo, and rolled his expressive eyes, it was evident this young minstrel boy had stopped the show at the famous Victoria. It was not long after the famous Schubert brothers signed Al to a contract to appear in their Winter Garden show. Serving his apprenticeship in the Schubert productions, starting in 1911 with La Belle Paris and Vera Violetta, and in 1912, Whirl of Society first saw Jolie use the famous Winter Garden runway, from which he sang and chatted with his audience, often sitting dangling his feet to their utter delight. It was in 1913, during the run of Honeymoon Express, that Al first got down on one knee, and it happened quite by accident. A painful ingrown toenail on his left foot became unbearable, and to gain relief, Al went down to one knee. This mannerism so caught the public's fancy, from then on, Jolson on one knee brought the entire world to its feet. But stardom came with Al's favorite role in Robinson Crusoe Jr., in which he sang the title song.
Where did Robinson Crusoe go with Friday on Saturday night? Every Saturday night they would start in the road, and on Sunday morning they come staggering home. On this island live wild men in cannibals swimming, and you know where there are wild men, there must be wild women. So where did Robinson Crusoe go with Friday on Saturday night?
Even greater success awaited Jolson in Bombo, Big Boy, and Sinbad, which grossed over $2 million in 3 seasons, at which time a New York critic said of Jolson, he's a natural force as great as the Mississippi. One of the famous Jolson trademarks originated in 1906 in San Francisco, which was blasting its way out from under the earthquake. Al was singing in a cabaret when outside a dynamite charge went off, interrupting his act. And he said, "If you think that's noise, ha-ha!"
You ain't heard nothing yet.
And here's the song he wrote about it for the show Sinbad.
When I call, he takes my hand, but you ain't heard nothing yet. Da-da-da-da-da, in the hall, we are good friends, but you ain't heard nothing yet. Then we talk about the weather, then we try to go together. That's it, but wait, you ain't heard nothing yet. Oh, he got farms like curving arms. But you ain't heard nothing yet. And when those arms are around my neck, believe me, I am set. And when the lights are turned down low, I hug and kiss my pet. Now she gets sore if I told you more, but you ain't heard nothing yet.
With the advent of sound motion pictures, Jolson was induced to appear in the film version of The Jazz Singer. He needed much convincing, too, for in 1923, he made some screen tests for D.W. Griffith and was horrified at the results. But in 1927, to California came Jolson to revolutionize show business with the first talking picture. And he wrote a song about it with Buddy DeSilva, whose ukulele accompanies him now, singing,
California, here I come, right back where I started it from, where the flowers bloom in the sun. Each morning, that dawning birdies sing and everything the sun kiss back, don't you late? That's why I can hardly wait. Open up your golden gate, California, here I come.
To see pictures, Al said, people are cheering me in St. Louis, Miami, and Kentucky, but I can't hear them. So off he went, cheering again to say,
Hello, Chucky, hello. Hello, Chucky. Why did I go? I said I went up the range to get to that kick of pain. Hello, Chucky, hello.
then south to say,
Miami, take the little Charlie. Your journey climb, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Miami, my Miami, you belong to me.
Jolson, with his dynamic personality, couldn't stand still and sing, which was necessary in order to make recordings. And it's a fact that they had to strap him into a straitjacket to get through a recording session. And a grateful public listened to his crooning all the hits of the day. When he sang of the Red, Red Robin, every feature of his face and muscle of his body surrendered to the lyricism of the words that poured from his throat so melodiously.
When the red, red robin comes, bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts robbing his old sweet song. I'm just a kid again, doing what a kid again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes, bobbing along.
For all to hear, Al Jolson proclaimed,
I'm singing on top of the world. I'm singing a song, just singing a song.
the young George Gershwin, whose Swanee Al made a hit in 1919, gave him another in Liza.
Liza great, but when you smile on me, all the clouds roll away. Liza, don't be late. Come keep me company, and the clouds roll away.
Jolson's jubilant joy was exemplified when he sang,
Come on, get hot and hit it now. There's a rainbow around my shoulder, and a sky of blue above, and I'm shouting so the world will know that I'm in love.
and the nation wept when a father sang to his little boy,
You're sent from heaven, and I know your word. Why, you made a heaven for me right here on earth. And the angels, they grew lonely, and they took you because they were lonely. Now I'm lonely too.
Jolson, high priest of minstrelsy, an unparalleled show business phenomenon. He was king, and the king could do no wrong. But talking pictures developed new favorites, new singers with new styles. Rudy Valley, Dick Powell and Bing Crosby. So Al turned to radio, and then back to the New York theater. But the luster had gone. Audiences began to tire of the jazz singer. So Al stepped down. No more crowds to cheer him. Memories of the past were to be his future. He spent years chasing something, not knowing what. And then, once again, a deadly struggle between nations. A new generation, a new audience that craved entertainment. And that's what Al was searching for, an audience. He was the first entertainer to go overseas. He visited remote and dangerous outposts, kidding and singing with equal fervor. He was something new to our young soldiers, a legend come to life. And they listened when he sang,
I found my love in Avalon. The bay.
and laughed when he joked.
You is talking now to the man who went duck hunting on a big lake in the middle of the Sahara Desert. This big flock of ducks came flying in and lit on this big lake on the Sahara Desert. Just as I came to the lake, the temperature dropped 80 degrees, and it froze the ducks' feet right in the lake. Well, I started to go for the ducks, where when they seen me coming, they up and flew away, carrying the ice with them. And that's why to this day, there ain't no lake in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
You ain't heard nothing yet. Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to be among the folks here. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee.
But the vigors of his tour were weakening, and pneumonia plagued him, resulting in a collapsed lung. But Al's recovery was miraculous when he discovered that they wanted to film his life story, for Jolie was to do all the singing. His magnetic draw now encompassed 2 generations. The Jolson Story was the biggest hit in years. Audiences who saw the film cried tears of sentiment and nostalgic joy. And how did Al feel about it?
Greatest thrill is seeing the picture of the Jolson Story. I first started on Broadway in 1912. 1912. That's another lifetime, another world. In 1928, I came out to Hollywood and made The Jazz Singer. 1928. That's another world, too. So think how I feel when they send me a photo showing a New York crowd in the year of 1946 lined up for 4 blocks long at 7:30 in the morning of a pouring rain, waiting to get in to see the Jolson Story at the Radio City Music Hall. That's a thrill and a kick.
He never enjoyed greater popularity, and he was glad to know, too, that the Bobby Soxers thought he had a kissy voice. Every top radio show wanted his services. Once again, Americans couldn't get enough Jolson. Bing Crosby helped remedy that.
Then we can give the folks some of those tunes they've always liked to hear. Like what, for instance? Well, like this, for instance. Are you with me? I ain't never going to leave you. Well, no, sir. The bird with feathers of blue is waiting for you back in your own backyard. You see your castles in Spain through your window pane, back in your own backyard. You'll find your happiness lies right under your eyes, back in your own backyard.
With Jack Benny.
Come on, Al. Everybody's waiting to hear you sing, yeah?
Okay, Jackson, stand back. So April showers may come your way. They bring the flowers that bloom in May. So if it's raining, have no regret, because it isn't raining, you know, it's raining violets. And when you see clouds, on the hills, look, they're not clouds, no, they're clouds of daffodils. So keep on looking for a bluebird and listening for its song. Whenever April showers come along.
And a Niagara of tears came pouring out of 50 million pairs of eyes when Al Jolson sang of going home to his Mammy.
Mammy, my little Mammy, the sun shines east, the sun shines west. I know where the sun shines best. It's on my Mammy I'm talking about, nobody else's. My little Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. Mammy, I'm coming. I hope I didn't make you wait. Mammy, I'm coming. I hope I'm not late. Mammy, look at me. Don't you know me? I'm your little baby. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles. My Mammy.
Again, war. This time, Korea. And Jolson was there.
This is Al Jolson calling from Korea, where I'm doing shows with Harry X in places that, well, they don't mean anything to you, but their names are Busan, Daesan, Jinhae, Niyang, Daegu, and practically everywhere in Korea. I wouldn't take $1 million for the smiles and laughs I've given to the tired, battle-weary faces of these American kids. And believe me, they are kids. I've done shows in forward areas with guns popping all around and tanks ready for action. I've played in hospital wards to men with torn, twisted bodies and have traveled hundreds of miles in jeeps, helicopters, L-17, B-47s, and walked miles on foot. I did one show, and this will do it. I did one show for about 3,000 men from a stage built in a swimming pool. And you know what? They loved every minute of it. What a ham I am.
And from Korea, several weeks later, Bob Hope.
Last evening we were doing a show in Daegu when we heard that Al Jolson had passed away. Jolie had been at Daegu only 3 weeks before, singing and clowning as only he could do. His death to each soldier is a personal loss. The feeling was that one of their own guys had fallen at the front line. I think one GI summed up the way everyone felt about Al Jolson. Before I left Daegu, he slipped me $2 in an envelope. Said, when you get back to the States, have a mass set for Al for me, will you? I can think of no other tribute so touching for the end of the fabulous Jolson story.
Reflecting the sentiment of a mourning nation, George Jessel, with tears welling in his eyes, spoke this glowing tribute to his friend, Al Jolson.
A breeze from San Francisco Bay, and the life of the greatest minstrel America has ever known is in the balance. A turn of a card, a telling of a gag, and within a few moments, a wife, legion of friends, and a nation are brokenhearted. So it was, and so alas it is, passing from this earthly scene of Al Jolson. And the voice that put majesty into the American popular song must from now on come from a disc instead of the heart from whence it came. The entertainment world has lost its king. And we cannot cry the king is dead, long live the king, for there is no one to hold it. And then there came on the scene a young man vibrantly throbbing with life and courage, who marched on the stage head high with the authority of a Roman emperor, with a gaiety that was militant, uninhibited, and unafraid, and told the world that the Jew in America did not have to sing in sorrow, but could shout happily about Dixie, Swanee, a night boat to Albany, coming to California, and about a girl in Avalon. And when he cried Mammy, it was in appreciation and not in lament. Jolson is the happiest portrait that can ever be painted of an American of the Jewish faith. I am proud to have basked in the sunlight of his greatness, to have been part of his time, and to only a few days ago, this last Sunday night, hug him and kiss him and say, "Good night, AC. Take care of yourself." And now, my friends, I find that my faith in good is coming back to me, and I feel strengthened in heart and in mind. And I would lay my sackcloth and ashes aside and therefore say to my fellow mourners that I am thankful to God that there was and there is an Al Jolson, and I have faith that he will not die in the hearts of the people. Oh, no. No such blot will ever fall on the fair charter of American memory. And your children's children will be listening to his voice and telling each other that this was a man who spent his life bringing joy to others, and when it was ended, gave most of his great fortune for good causes and those less fortunate. And they will know that their world is better because of Al Jolson. Great American, great artist, good Jew. Baruch Adonai, praise be the Lord. Good night, Al.
You have been listening to a memorial tribute to Al Jolson on the one-year anniversary of his death. Later tonight, this program will be heard by more than 90 million people when shortwaved around the world by the Armed Forces Radio Service. Your narrator was Eddie Ryan. This is Franklin Brzee speaking. This is LBS, the Liberty Broadcasting System.